We all strive to be different from the next person, although the people in this video took it to a whole new level. Here are 10 extreme body modifications that will probably make you cringe. Number 10. Teeth sharpening. Human tooth sharpening is a practice of manually sharpening the teeth, usually the front incisors. Historically, many cultures have practiced this form of body modification. In Bali, teeth were filed down because it was thought that the teeth represented anger, jealousy, and other similarly negative emotions. The teeth were also sharpened as a rite of passage for adolescence. In Mayan culture, the teeth were sharpened and sometimes had designs carved into them to distinguish those in the upper classes. Number 9. Tongue splitting. Tongue splitting, also known as tongue bifurcation, is a type of body modification where the tip of the tongue is cut at the center to achieve the look of a forked tongue. The freshly cut halves are then stitched together to prevent it from bleeding and growing back together. And when it heals, it makes for a bizarre body art that poses either amusement or disgust. So, if you want to get one, you probably have to be tough and not care what others think. Number 8. Corset piercing. The latest craze in body modification is corset piercing, where metal rings are pierced into the skin and joined together with a ribbon to give a corset effect. The decoration, which can cost up to $400, can be applied to any area of the body where the skin is loose enough to pinch in order to thread a needle through. Popular areas include the back, ribs, and, in some cases, even the throat. Number 7. Lip sewing. A very unusual lip alteration, lip sewing is considered to be a ritualistic modification with much symbolism connected to the idea of closing the lips. There have also been several cases when lip sewing was used as means of political protest. I think it's fair to say if you were going to get this done, you would no longer have to use the saying, "Don't worry, my lips are sealed." Number 6. Human branding. Believe it or not, body branding is fast becoming an alternative for people bored with tattooing. A growing number of tattooists now offer this form of scarification alongside their usual services. Branding involves burning the skin with hot or cold instruments to produce a permanent design. While the visual results may be comparable to a tattoo, the process of actually producing the brand is quite different. Number 5. Bagel head. Women and men in Asia have been taking part in an unusual injection trend for years. Saline bagel-shaped injections on one's forehead. Technicians insert a needle into the forehead and inject about 400 cc of saline to create a forehead-sized blob. One bagel-e describes it as feeling like something's dripping down their head. The practitioner then places his or her thumb into the blob to create an indentation. Number 4. Eyeball tattooing. Contact lenses are enough for most people. However, some wish to have their eyes permanently colored and are experimenting with a technique that makes this possible. Eyeball tattoos, technically ink injections into the sclera or whites of the eyes, are a relatively new extreme body modification. They've garnered more controversy than Japanese bagel heads because the look is striking and irreversible, and the long-term effects on the vision are unknown. Number 3. Subdermal implant. The idea for subdermal implants is attributed to a body modification pioneer named Stephen Hayworth. Typical implants are made of Teflon or implant-grade silicone, which can be designed to create any desired shape. The implants are completely buried beneath the skin. However, any material that is biocompatible will work, such as implant-grade stainless steel or titanium. Even high-carat gold has been used. The process involves placing objects partially under the skin as the remainder of the implant is exposed above the skin. Number 2. Lip windows. The labret is a fairly common piercing, one which is beneath your lower lip and is often seen as a stud or spike. Although, you know how they say eyes are the windows to the soul? Well, apparently, a Pyrex plug is the window to your teeth and gums. Who would have known? If you did have this modification, you would just have to hope that what you had for lunch wasn't on show. Number 1. Extreme piercing. Devotees say tattoos, piercings, and skin implants, like those seen here, are beautiful, and that the sometimes painful procedures used to create them can be emotionally and even spiritually uplifting. But some medical experts say that mods can be dangerous, and in some cases evidence of mental illness. Piercings to this extreme might just make the average normal person cringe. If you had to, absolutely had to, which one of these would you guys have done?